Hello, this is going to be my video presentation on technology debate. The topic I chose is how social media impacts mental health. Without further ado, let's get started. Technologies that we use to access social media include smartphones, computers, laptops, maybe an iPhone, an Android, a Chromebook, maybe even a video game console like the PSP, which it would be outdated by today's standards, but even like video game consoles can allow us to access social media in some form or fashion. And social media is usually referred to sites such as, well, for one, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, or as it's now known as X, and one of the newer social media platforms, Blue Sky as well. They all require the technologies I just named to access them. Okay, so the issue I'm going to be focusing on regarding social media and its impact on mental health is mainly going to be focused on adolescence. Now, social media and adolescence can be characterized as a double-edged sword, whereas in one hand, it can facilitate social connections and support aspirations, development, maybe identity exploration. But on the other hand, it can have adverse mental health effects due to, for example, the potential to amplify social comparisons, exposure to harmful content, and cyberbullying. I think that adolescents are more prone to being exposed to more of that stuff, but this article kind of argues against what I think, and I think it makes a good argument. The argument that's being stated here in this article is, the premise of the article is whether or not social media impacts the mental health of specifically adolescents, and it makes it possible to argue and say that, social media doesn't have a huge impact on the mental health of adolescents later on in their lives. And it really shows that even if someone may think that their opinion is correct, as in like, social media is like the most powerful thing in the world and no one should ever use it, I think it's the worst thing ever. This article is a good example of showing you that no, here is like a good example of how these researchers were able to dive deep into a psyche of an adolescent and to kind of prove to that person that argues against the technology or social media that social media is not as bad as it seems, and it can have its benefits on the person. It's not always going to be negative. There are some good aspects about it, and I think that's what I like about this article, is that it was able to talk about the good aspects of it. Me personally, with me, it's a little bit difficult to put into words. I'm going to do my best, but so I have a mental disability. I take medication for schizophrenia. So for me, I think that social media can definitely have its good moments, but it can definitely have its bad moments, you know? I feel that there's more focus on bad news nowadays, that people can make a joke about it, and before you know it, it's like they as in like the people who kind of go on there and see it, they can kind of make a joke and be like, did you see that meme I sent you about the serious issue? And I really hate that issues that are so serious, like for example, I can think of like right now, like the hantavirus thing. I think that's a huge thing that not a lot of people are talking about, and I feel like a lot of people can make jokes about it, and it really sucks because like I can't really do anything about it. But I can choose to accept people the way they are, and I can kind of move on and say, you know, I like the world when I have my phone off. Let's just leave it at that. Turn off your phones when you can. But yeah, that's my opinion or stance on the issue. I don't think social media is that bad. Neither is it good. It's just something that's there, and if you choose to want to use it, then go ahead. But yeah, like, always have precautions and treat someone the way you would always want to be treated.
This is my video project on the technology debate, video presentation number 4. My name is Neftali Hernandez, and I thank you for being patient with this video. I know I could have done a better job, but I was a little crunched for time, so I didn't have time to really research a lot. But yeah, I would just recommend, yeah, just, it's almost the end of the semester, so if you're watching this, I wish you luck, and you know, you can do it as long as you set your mind to it. I think anything is possible. Thank you.